plane tree. There once were two brothers who worked very hard in the cornfields far from home. Every day they packed a bit of bread and milk and headed out at first light to get to the farm. They worked until midday and were granted a short break. Near the farm grew a beautiful and very large plane tree. It soared above the other trees and swayed gently in the breeze. During their break every day, the two brothers sat down in the shade of the tree and chatted while hastily eating their meager lunch.
"What a useless tree,"
said one brother on a day that seemed particularly hot.
"What do you want it to do? It's just a tree,"
said the other brother.
"Yes, brother, I know, but I've watched it for months, and I've seen no fruit, no flowers, and nothing noteworthy at all." I've not really noticed." "Alright,"
came a call from the field. The two brothers got up and headed back to the field. A few weeks later, the brothers were out in the field again. Just before they had reached the end of the day, a terrible rainstorm came in. The rain pelted down viciously, and the workers in the field ran for shelter.
"Where'd that come from then?"
asked one of the brothers.
"How would I know? I've had my head down all day."
The two looked out from under their plane tree and decided to wait a little longer before venturing out into the storm. When the storm finally slowed to a light drip of rain, the two brothers made their way home through the chilly forest. One very wintry morning, having harvested the corn already, the two brothers huddled together in their cottage, willing the spring to arrive and save them from the bitter cold. The fire they made grew smaller and smaller with each passing day, and the two were very nearly blue from cold.
"I can't do this one more day,"
said a brother.
"I'll be right back."
After many hours, the brother returned to the cottage, arms stacked high with fresh firewood.
"Brother, where have you been? I'd have come looking for you, but every time I wanted to, I was sure I heard you coming up the path." "No need, brother. I've solved the problem. Here,"
he said, throwing a few more logs onto the fire. The fire blazed up, and with it so too did their spirits. Not long after, the spring came, and then the summer.
"Break time!"
Came the long-awaited call from the foreman. The two brothers hurried off the field and headed for shade and lunch.
"Oi, what's happened here? Where's the plane tree?"
said one of the brothers, staring at the stump that now stood in place of the plane tree.
"Didn't you know? How'd you think we made it through the winter, brother? The useless tree found its use in our fire."
He chuckled.
"Oh, well, that's unfortunate." "What do you mean, unfortunate? I think it was pretty fortunate that we survived the winter." "Ah, foolish brother. It was only you who called that tree useless. Don't you see that when you call that tree useless, it was you who sat in its shade, where we tucked our bags away from prowling eyes, and when we sought shelter in the storm, it was under this supposedly useless tree."
The two stared sadly at the stump of a tree that remained. They sat down beside it and ate their lunch in silence beneath the unforgiving sun, unable to find shaded relief anywhere. If only they had appreciated the plain, useless tree.